I don't know why my girlfriend got me watching this show. I'm gonna be honest with you. Next season, I will not be watching. But I came into this season thinking like, okay, let me see what this show Love Island is supposed to be about. Now, next season, they need to drop the love and just call it The Island because people are ruining the show when it comes to the love aspects. Now I have broken down like 3 reasons why I think this show is freaking broken, needs to be fixed. Reason number 1.
They just saying it's love, but it isn't love, is it?
Now I kind of came in a little bit later on in the season. I think I came around episode like 7, something like that. So apparently there was a girl, she was dropping derogatory terms and something. Matter of fact, let me look up the clip right now.
You perfect, but that's it. Like now I'm my, he's my. Like, bye, bitch.
Now I'm not even gonna cap you down. If all the people who seen this video have a problem with her saying that and want her voted out, y'all better not have Bodak Yellow in your playlist. You better not do it. Look, I'm not the N-word police. I like a thing called consistency. Now, me personally, I love Cardi B. Cardi B, you keep saying the N-word, bro. Do your thing. But I feel like people get a little hypocritical and parasocial when it comes to things that they have a little bit of control in, especially with Love Island's voting system. I just want to read y'all a tweet from a very good philosopher by the name of Damo. He said, so many people are mad at them using the N-word, but are you going to stop them? But with them taking her off the show, that set a crazy precedent in the house where basically people were going to use people saying things they shouldn't say and weaponize that against other castmates. People found a video of Huda apparently like mouthing the N-word also.
That nigga ain't me. What? That nigga ain't.
But the big one was Sierra. Now Sierra used a word that is racial towards the Asian community, and people really spoke out about it. Now, do I think people really cared about her saying the word?
No.
She dropped that apology and everything went back to normal. That lets me know people really didn't care in the first place. They was really weaponizing what she did in order to just get Nick away from her because Taylor left HollaAtKrazy and they ain't want her to go home. We just got to be honest about what's going on. She used the word bad. Do y'all really care?
No.
I can't speak for the Asian people. If y'all was offended, listen, get your piece off.
Pause.
Some of the other people, they were clearly just using this to weaponize this against somebody they didn't like in the show. It was so crazy that episodes were going by and people knew like it was kind of bubbling up. They stepped in and came and got Sierra like a thief in the night, just like.
Yeah, I think Sierra. Excuse me. You're not Sierra.
Now the second thing that's really ruining the show.
They just saying it's love, but it isn't love, is it?
This show is supposed to be called Love Island. Like I said in the intro, they need to drop the love and just call it The Island because clearly people at home do not know what love looks like. I'm recording this right after the episode where Shelly and Ace went home, and there is no reason out of the last 5 remaining couples that y'all look at the other couples and say, you know what? That is love more than Shelly and Ace. There's no way y'all do that. Pepe and Iris, Pepe was like, yo, Hannah, I can't believe Hannah's gone, bro. I'm never gonna find another Iris. You trying to get this 100K?
I knew it was fake. I knew it.
That is not real love. Why are y'all voting for it? Amaya and Brian, the same thing. If Adrena would have let Brian, keep doing his thing and she ain't try to say like, yo, I'm about to go see what Pepe talking about, Brian will be right there with her. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Amaya is in there for love in the first place. She don't let nobody talk. In the beginning, when she pressed Shelly about the Ace thing and Zach came, Zach trying to talk to her, she stopping my man, don't let him say anything. I don't think Amaya is too concerned about finding a significant other. What she really needs is a, what's the word that they're using on the internet these days? A handler, that's what she needs. But Amaya and Brian,
Fake.
Chris and Huda, I don't know what y'all see. I know Huda got the cult fan base, and Chris got the people who watch him play basketball. But listen, hear me out. They're not a good couple. They don't even like each other. Everybody's speculating why Huda don't want to kiss Chris. What I believe it is she missed Jeremiah. She just want to get to the end, get her money. Then they're going to put her back with Jeremiah, and that's going to be the campaign by MSNBC, Peacock. Y'all listen, I I see the play. I see what y'all are doing. That relationship not going nowhere. And who else was left? Oh, the fakest couple of them all. Nick and Olandria.
Fake. I knew it.
The Nick and Olandria storyline, yeah, they're friends, but they don't love each other. Even if you ask them, I think Ace's exit interview, he was like, yo, Nick told me they're building a friendship and they're really good friends and they're going to see if there's anything else. That means y'all don't love each other, bro. Y'all aren't romantically involved. Y'all ain't really feeling that. Y'all be kissing each other, and let's be honest.
Fake.
They said Nick is a traveling nurse. I know Nick body count is outrageous. He out here just doing his thing till he can get back on the road, knocking down them things in the doctor's office. Look, I watch Grey's Anatomy. I know what goes on in there. But on top of that, you got Olandria talking about something.
Did we miss the signs?
Now you tell me what it means if somebody says,
I just wasn't paying attention. None of what exists right now. I knew.
You would call them
delusional.
I'm sorry. All the Olandria fans. I be seeing y'all on Twitter, man. I don't know what goes on. But actually, I do know what goes on. And that brings me to the third thing.
They been saying it's love, but it isn't love, is it?
These fans writing fanfics of what Nick and Olandria feel and what this person feels in their head.
Are you sick in the mind? Are you that mentally enslaved?
Y'all aren't even watching the show and taking people for what they're actually doing. Now, granted, there's edits and all of that, but y'all making up all of these theories about what's going on in these people's heads. It's crazy. I'm gonna read y'all some of the tweets on Twitter so y'all can see how outrageous the people who are voting in America sound. Now this tweet right here, if you can see it, it says, that little wink and nod Nick did to reassure Landria, probably top 10 hottest things he's ever done this entire season. Nick strikes me as one of them people who just be like, reactionary. He knows what to do. A girl does this, I'm gonna do this. The wink was just a wink. I think people are reading way too deep into these things. Listen, like, if this doesn't sound crazy to you, she says Nick and Olandria stans are probably the fan base that had the most fun this season. Acted like a fan base of an actual dating show, hunting for the tiniest crumbs, making edits, fan cams, and manifesting the ship becoming a reality even when they are called delusional schizophrenics. I thought the show was, yo, let me see who actually loves each other so the people who actually love each other can win. This is crazy. And I think it plays out a lot in like the real world of how people look at relationships. It says something that people would rather see what they want to see and make relationships what they want them to be than actually deal with what people show them in real life. Maybe this is why the dating market is so trash, okay? And look, I can't relate. I'm not in that guy. But I just question why somebody would want somebody to win Love Island that don't really love each other. Maybe y'all can help me understand that a little down below in the comment. Like, look, oh my goodness. Like, look at this. This says, nobody peeped when Amaya said everything happens for a reason. And Nick says, for sure, pulls Olandria closer to him. And that's when she looks up and gets shy. I know what type of books you read. I was there when 50 Shades of Grey was flying off the shelf. And then you got the red string theory people. They pulled up like a picture of Olandria that said something about a cowboy and a picture of Nick that says something about a cowboy. Then you got this post. Olandria was supposed to be on Love Island season 6 as a bombshell, but couldn't because she was in Thailand, a place that Nick also traveled to. This similar Instagram post, the way that they were brought back together on the show, and now the invisible string themed tattoo. Lord, please save me from the people who create these type of delusions inside of their mind, because they will never be able to exist in reality with me. Amen, man. Hey, listen. And it's crazy because we actually did a public interview with my homeboy Million today, and he was like asking people what they thought about Nick and Olandria and stuff like that. And everybody said, yo, I like them. I seen the edits. So the edits on TikTok are making y'all think that they're a good love couple. But when you actually watch the show with your own brain, y'all didn't come to this conclusion. See, look, I'm done, bro. I can't do it. Never watching the show again. Look, we ain't even have to get into Hood'a. All right, told y'all I was an OG Hood'a hater. But that's the story for next time.
Amaya and Brian, Steph and Clay, a championship caliber duo, being led by a face of the league MVP caliber player. Clay is definitely an integral part to the championship, but let's keep it a bean. All Clay gotta do is hit his threes, just let Curry shot create. Hood'a and Chris, Giannis and Dame. This duo, on paper, is supposed to dominate the league. And to be honest with you, they're still not the worst duo out there. I could still say they're a good duo. They just never dominate at the exact same time consistently. Like on their own, really, really good players. Together, cool. But is it what it's supposed to be? Iris and Pepe, Jokic and Jamal Murray. They play the game the right way, you know, and if we're looking on paper, they never really did anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? Very, very solid players, very, very consistent players. A championship duo, right? That's why they made it to the finals. Can be viewed as a little bit boring though, even though that technically shouldn't matter. It kind of does when America's voting. Nick and Alandria, Luka and LeBron, a trade deadline manifested duo. This is a duo that no one really asked for. You know, this is a duo that on paper shouldn't work. A lot of people doubted this duo on paper, but when you see it in action, you see why it works. When you see it in action, you see the vision. You see what I'm saying? Two franchise cornerstones that can shot create on their own coming together. Like, in hindsight, how couldn't it have worked, right?